Hi everybody, this is Monica from Ackland Photography, and this is my very first video tutorial, so hopefully I don't bugger it up too much. Today I'm going to take you through a video tutorial for some of the more basic retouching techniques that we use on pretty well all of the photos that come through our studio. To do that, I have this photo of my beautiful friend Amanda, and she has been gracious enough to let me use it for these purposes. So when I'm editing in Photoshop, the very first thing that I always do is to create a layer. I do this by pressing Ctrl-J on my keyboard. This just allows me to quickly change or delete anything that I've done if I'm not happy with it. So I'm just going to get rid of that one and I'm going to put another one on. Again, it's Ctrl-J. And it's just kind of a safeguard. So the first thing that I'm going to do is come in closer to the face, and I'm going to go up here to this band-aid. This is my heal tool. By right-clicking on my mouse, I can adjust the size of it, but I want to keep it nice and small. Now I use this tool just to go in and remove any blemishes from the skin. The only thing you have to be careful of when you do this is that you avoid any birthmarks or beauty marks on somebody's face, because of course you want it to stay looking as authentic and real as possible, and you don't want to over edit their skin. There we go. Now next thing I'm going to do is come up here to my lasso tool. I'm going to zoom in on the mouth. I'm going to use this to select the area around the teeth. It's okay if you go up onto the lips. And now I'm going to bring up my hue and saturation. Now if you were to keep it on master and remove saturation, then it's going to remove all of the color from the area. We don't want that. So I'm going to reset that to 0. And instead of on master, I'm going to bring it to yellows, so that when I remove saturation, it's just taking the yellow areas from the teeth, which is what we want. Now if you really wanted to, you could also increase the lightness to the area, but Amanda's teeth were pretty bright to begin with, so it doesn't really matter. Now, for now, I'm just going to go over to my layer up on the toolbar here, and I'm going to flatten the image because I'm happy with what I've done so far. And I'm going to Ctrl-J to make another layer. Now we're just going to remove some of the lines and dark circles from under Amanda's eye. We're going to do that by coming up here to the clone tool. Now we want to set the mode to lighten and bring the opacity down to about 15%. Now by selecting Alt on the keyboard, it allows you to pick an area from which the tool is going to take the color from, so that when I draw over lines under her eyes, it's taking the color from underneath. Now you don't want to overdo it, because again, you really don't want anyone's face to look too artificial. We use these techniques not to really change the appearance of somebody, just to clean it up a little bit. Now, to look at the before and after, you can see that we've just removed some of the blemishes from the chin area. We've whitened the teeth just a little bit, and we removed some of the dark circles underneath her eyes. She doesn't really look any different. It's still my beautiful friend Amanda, but we've just cleaned her up a bit.